Okay, so this one is for the persuasive speech over organ donation. Organ donation. People die every single day, and there is nothing that anybody can do to change that fact or to try to make it any less harsh than what the actual reality is. I've worked in the healthcare industry for over 8 years in several different areas. I've done phlebotomy, I have been a receptionist, I have done pathology, and I have actually been a nurse. Some of my favorite areas to be in were trauma, general surgery, and pathology. Today, I would like to share the importance of organ donation and how every single donor matters. To understand organ donation, there are 3 topics that need to be discussed. There's myth versus fact about organ donation, what exactly is the meaning of death, and what organ donation actually consists of in its entirety. There are often several myths surrounding organ donation that are just flat out not true. Or on the same hand, actually a lot of truths about organ donation that are rarely ever heard of. Okay, puzzle piece, myth, reality. Some of the most common myths are there's an age limit on donation. If there is a medical condition, then it's not possible for you to donate. Families are required to pay for the organ donation, as well as the harvesting and the transplant part of the organ donation. People in the LGBT community can't donate, and the list literally goes on and on. The most common one that I hear of all times is that physicians will actually, they won't try to save your life if you come into the ER and you are a organ donor. So the facts to disprove these are there's no age limit, there's no medical condition that will prevent you from being an organ donor as long as the medical condition doesn't limit literally all of the organs. Families don't have to pay to harvest or to transplant for any kind of organ donation. And it doesn't matter what preferences you have as far as your partnership and how you choose to go with that. And physicians have to conclude without a shadow of a doubt that the person is dead. One of the greatest parts about being an organ donor is knowing that one organ donor can save the lives of 8 and actually change the lives of 50 people. So what is death? When someone says that a person is dead, what exactly does this mean? If the person's heart and internal organs have stopped pumping, are they dead? What if they're brain dead? Which one determines death? Just the definition of death. Death, noun, the permanent ending of vital process in a cell or tissue. Simply put, this means that when a cell stops regenerating, then death has occurred. When a patient is brain dead, their cells are not reproducing and their synapses are not firing. There's no hope that this will ever occur. Same goes with the organs. If the organs stop functioning and pushing blood, oxygen through, then it causes cells to actually die, and there's no hope for the patient to recover. A lot of people think that organ donation is just internal organs, such as the liver, kidney, pancreas, stomach, bladder, normally the bigger organs like that. In fact, on and in your entire body, it could be used for organ donation. So one of the biggest organs on your body is actually your skin, which they like to use for burn victims. They could use your corneas for people who have sight problems, and they also use your bones as well. Next me to the next slide. You can't really see it. It's a body with a whole bunch of different methods that physicians will actually use in harvesting what organs they'll harvest from your body. Organ donation is so much more than just internal organs. It is the entire body. It is so vital to patients in need of any organs we can give them. So on average, 20 people die each day while waiting on the transplant list. There are many things that are miscommunicated or lost in the process of donation, such as myth versus fact on organ donation, understanding what death is in its entirety, and what does organ donation consist of in its entirety. When you are at your local DMV renewing your license, I encourage you to check the box that states you would like to be an organ donor. Which brings me to my next slide. It's a little easier to see. And this just says one donor can save 8 lives. Organ donation it can be one of the most easiest and selfless things a person can do for another human being. When you are long gone, when you stop breathing, whenever your heart stops beating, and whenever you're just completely gone, are you really going to need those organs? Why not save a burn victim or a cancer patient, a patient that had just gotten into a car accident, a mother, a father, a child? There's really nothing that you can do with them whenever you're gone. So again, I encourage you to check the box at the DMV and become an organ and tissue donor today, and know the facts before you go into the hospital to see your loved one, especially if their wishes are to do organ donation.